How's it going, legends? Today we're going to expand on this clean arpeggio riff that the video started with. And what I want you to know is when we're looking at these triads, which is just 3 notes that make up a chord in the first chord, we take those chords and we take the triads and we play them in a different position. Now, why is that important? Because later on I'm going to introduce some distortion, and if we use that position, you can see straight away there we've got like a different idea. Instead of having to be and shift the positions from here and go over 3 strings, we just do 2 strings. And we're also introducing the harmonic minor scale with that minor bar chord. And we can even use the tail end of that harmonic minor scale. So now let's add some distortion to this idea. We're going to take those triads, move the position, add that root 5 minor bar chord, add the harmonic minor scale, but we're just going to use selected notes of this one. So first off, we'll start with the triads. Do like some bends, a little bit of vibrato. Then we're going to sweep through that minor bar chord. But what we're going to do is do it like a power chord, where we do the first and the third finger rolls across the 2 strings. Grab that last note, which would make it the minor bar chord shape. Because if you went all, that would make it a major, but... And then we do a little hammer on. And that's just rolling through that harmonic minor. Even then, it's just taking those last notes of the harmonic minor scale. And like linking all these ideas together. It's more what I want you to get the idea from, instead of having the tabs of exactly what I'm doing right now, is to understand how these triads can be like stripped down to their single notes. And then we can strip down the root 5 minor bar chords. Instead of like strumming and black metal style like that, we can have the single notes. You know, you could play it. So many different ways like we can articulate these single notes. We can use those different picking patterns, introduce tremolo picking, play it slow. Because now what I'm doing is introducing that harmonic minor scale, a little like lead ideas, melodic ideas. Then if you wanted to, you could go back to the chords. And then back to the single notes. And even though that F isn't in the harmonic minor scale, it definitely still works. And all of these ideas, especially this riff, that is all stemmed from going to the clean idea of this. And when it's clean, you wouldn't think that would link to this. You know what I mean? Like linking those three notes. And then because we're like around these chords and we've got that harmonic minor scale that works so well, so yeah, they links just so well together, and it's up to you if you want to have those like flurries of like hammer-ons, pinch harmonics, those little subtle bends, taking the root notes and then just doing power chords, doing root 5 minor bar chords. It's how these like, what I'm really trying to show with this lesson today is how interconnected everything is. And once you can start to navigate your fretboard and know that is up here, and sitting over this, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4 position. So now you can like do that sort of single note ideas, tremolo picking, and straight into your, and you're like locked over the position, ready to go. If you want to go from straight into a harmonic minor run, it's like you're in that position. And then if you want to utilize the clean tone again and have, you know, all of the strings, just sounds a lot more interesting because you've got all those other notes ringing and other strings ringing, all 6 strings ringing together. And then we strip it down, grab the triad out of that, bring it up here, play it in single notes. It's just, yeah, once you can understand how I'm using those same notes, but it just sounds so different, and hopefully I've illustrated that you wouldn't realize that that clean triad can be transported or transposed, whatever the word would be, up to this end of the fretboard, and then throw in harmonic minor scales, different type of chords, and it's just opening up more and more ideas. And once you can navigate the fretboard, once you understand how the chords and scales are connected, once you then have command for your picking hand to then just whatever type of picking. Do you want tremolo picking, down picking? You can do pinch harmonics, you can do legato runs, you can do hammer-ons and pull-offs, half step bends. The bends is another thing I haven't spoken about a lot, but understanding what is a bend, what am I trying to do? I'm not just randomly bending the string, I'm trying to sound out the note. If it's a, you know, a semitone or a half step bend, I'm trying to sound out the note 1 fret ahead. If it's a full step, it's 2 frets over, and I'm trying to sound out that note. You can go a little bit shy, and that is like a sour sort of note. You can put a little bit of vibrato on the bend. All these little nuances that add, you know, flavor, color, make things more interesting. So with all that being said, there's going to be a lot of this tabbed out into the future, and right now these ideas, the harmonic minor scale and the chords I'm using, they're all being tabbed out for my Patreon members. So if you're interested, check that out below, and until next time, keep smashing out the riffs, and I'll see you in the next one, legends. Catch us later.